What is up, YouTube squad? First video coming back at you talking about the bulk process. And I'm talking about this now because it's getting a little bit colder. Thanksgiving's already happened. Christmas is coming. So for me, and this is what I do, that doesn't mean it's necessarily the right thing, but I always like to bulk once it starts getting colder. For me personally, I've already been bulking since September, about the middle of September. For me, I believe how long you should bulk is at least 6 months. And the reason I say that is because too many people are focused on the weight on the scale, meaning you're just trying to gain as much weight as possible. But really, that's not the right way to go about it, because most of that weight is going to be fat. So when it comes to how long I bulk, at least 6 months, and for me it's actually closer to 7 to 8, is because I do it slow and steady. You might know it as the lean bulk, and I'm sure you've heard about this and different people talk about this. And basically what it is you're trying to gain just a few pounds every month. Slow and steady wins the race. So when it comes to that peak of your lean bulk, it's mainly muscle mass that has been gained with some fat. It's impossible to gain just muscle, but it's mainly muscle mass as opposed to just trying to gain 10 pounds every month. It's going to be all fluff and really not much strength or not much muscle gain. So that's the first topic. The second topic is how much excess calories should you be, or how much of a caloric intake should you be. And for me, I say anywhere between 500 to 700 calories of your total daily energy expenditure. Go on iifym.com, type in your stats, your height, your weight, your age, how long you work out, how often you work out, the intensity. It's going to tell you your TDEE. And what that basically is the number, whatever it tells you, that's how many calories you need to take in every day just to maintain, just a flat line. You don't gain weight, you don't lose weight. But whatever that number is, add 500 to 700, and that will be pretty much the number you're going to be working with throughout the whole entirety of your lean bulk. I always tell people start with the lower end of the spectrum, 500 calories, see how your body reacts. For me, I need to go up closer to that 700 threshold. So for me, I'm taking in about 3,200 calories, and I'm slowly gaining. I'm trying to gain about 3 to 4 pounds every month. So that's the right way to go about it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what you should be eating. So a lot of people take advantage of the lean bulk or the bulking or building phase by eating stuff that they really can't really eat when they are trying to cut, things like pizza, things like ice cream. Now, because you have higher calories to play with, yes, you could get away with eating that stuff, but I truly believe that at the end of the day, you still need to be eating quality food. Don't get me wrong, if you look on my Instagram right here, or my Snapchat, I'm all about that pizza life and that Chinese food life. I do it usually Friday or Saturday. I love it. It's just something for me. Every other day, though, I really try to eat as bro as possible, but still making it fun, meaning I am eating my chicken and my rice, but I do different recipes and things like that, because as much as I love eating, and for me, I'm actually not a picky eater. I could eat the same thing every day, my oatmeal, and not really get sick of it, but it does get boring over some time for most people, but not particularly me. The next thing we're going to talk about is, should you have a refeed or should you have a cheat meal or cheat day if you're bulking? The answer is no. I don't believe in refeeds unless you're in a caloric deficit for a long time. If that's the case, same with cheat meals. You should throw in a cheat meal or refeed day or refeed meal about once a week if you're in a serious cut. But if you're in a caloric surplus, every day is pretty much a cheat day. Every day is pretty much cheat meal included, because you're in that caloric surplus. So you don't earn that cheat meal. There's no reason to do that. It's just going to get you off track, and it's going to make you want to eat more greasy, fatty foods like your pizzas and burgers and fries, because you're in a surplus, so you have room to play around with really crappy foods. So it's not a good habit to have. Your body does not need that. You're already in a surplus every day, so there's no reason to incorporate a cheat meal or a cheat day. And lastly, the last thing we're going to talk about is really what your program should be structured around. So you really have two options in terms of a building phase. For me, a lot of people want to either get A, stronger, which is your first option, or B, really work on hypertrophy or muscle building. So for me, because I categorize as my mantra or how I do my exercises around growing my muscle. But that being said, I definitely always try to get stronger. So I'm not just trying to chase the pump in my arms or my chest and leave. I do hypertrophy, but my first cluster of exercises are either 5x5s or something in the heavier spectrum of reps and sets, like 8 to 10 for 4 or 6 to 8 reps for even 5 or 6 sets. So really, that's how you should be training. You shouldn't really be doing anything higher than 15 reps, and that's, I'm talking like my last exercise to burn out. Your main lifts, your squat, dead, and bench should be trying to get you stronger, and then that will then correlate and translate into making your accessory lifts like incline bench or something like that. Seated side raise, that will help you get stronger in that aspect, so you can really work on your hypertrophy. But I would say focus on the main 3 lifts: squat, dead, and bench, either 5x5 or something lower than 10 reps, because you really want to take advantage of being in that surplus. You really want to work on getting stronger in the gym. And then also hypertrophy, muscle building can only truly come, in my opinion, and that there's been studies shown that building muscle can really only happen when you're in a caloric surplus. Now, that being said, you don't have to be in a super caloric surplus like 500 or 700 calories like I stated before, but you need to be eating more than that flatline number, your total daily energy expenditure. So take advantage of that. A lot of people are too focused on, again, the scale and what the weight says, that they're not doing the right things in the gym. So yes, try to gain weight the right way, slow and steady. Track your weight on the scale, but also do the right type of training. So, that's basically it in a nutshell, guys. Have a structured program. Do things the right way in terms of nutrition. Still track your macros and your calories, but you don't have to be as strict when you're doing it in a cutting phase. Definitely try to hit that protein. Take advantage of high carbs. Don't be afraid of carbohydrates, and execute with perfection. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the first one coming back. Short, sweet, and to the point. If you have any questions, follow me on Instagram, shoot me a message on this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, thank you for watching and stay healthy.